find out. Oh, he's gone straight away. That's a huge hold up. Hit the whale tail. The wheels won't hold up. Of course they won't.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Speed Without Engine, the place where fast-paced action meets pure fun. Get ready for some sick designs, crazy crashes, and tons of laughs. Let's go.
Let's have a look whether it works. Heading towards the berm, which has caused a problem. Not for this team, though, the first order. Let's see whether these ramps pose a problem for the design, and for the wheels in particular. The first one, the double kicker, that front wheel starting to go, and R2-D2 nearly went into the crowd. It's that front wheel, look, that's not quite strong enough, and it can't hold it on the way down. One wheel with all that weight, recipe for disaster. In the sunshine, enjoying the event. And there, perched precariously on the back. Over the first kicker, it's not very fast. They will eventually get across the line. But they had speed and they had the finish line in sight to start getting going. But if they can, they've got a chance to be switched on here to be on the right side of the track. Over the seesaw and down to water to take, and then they can see the finish line. Oh, it's gone on the corner! So near yet so far. They got round it, and they come to grief within yards of the finish. And I wouldn't want to swap places with the pilot, Alex. Even getting down the ramp there is going to be... Most of it's big, but the wheels and the axles are small. How he's balancing this, I've got no idea. Oh, he's in the straw, he's gone, look at that! Roller! Now he's got to rip most of it off to try and get going again. Alex is undeterred. He's trying to get some speed up again. Oh, he's gone again, look at that! Oh! Nosedive! That's why he was trying to bounce it, because he realised he wouldn't get over the other side. Come on, Alex. Alex has won the bravery award. If we gave her 151.24, and is he going to stop it? Oh, he's gone again. Why not? We wish you well, my friend. The driver precariously placed. And off we go. Whether the plants will make it all the way down is another question I have, but it started off looking really fast. Entering the bone shaker. Oh, entering the bone shaker. Oh, he's still going. Keep it going. He's still there. No, he's not. Get all the way to the bottom. But that was an adventure. Look at that. How did he keep it there? And he's so lucky that that soapbox didn't just smash to pieces. The lucky thing for this team, though, the 14th of spring, and it might be the 14th of spring by the time they get to the bottom at this rate, is that it's not broken on impact. And he's off again like nothing's happened. Look how narrow it is through there, though, through that chicane, just to slow the soapbox down before we get to the Belgian cobbles. First time we've seen them, and they're being very, very careful through there. What are they going to do here? No problem, keeping it straight. Maybe just using the brakes if he's got them a little bit more than he was. And then the car wash to get himself nice and wet on the way through. Down to the finish line if he gets there. Can he hold it? Yes, he can. Well, he had a rush of blood, 20 yards from the finish line, but he gets down there. The first soapbox. You can't see much when you come through there, can you? Got to watch that little bale sticking out there as well. Start to lose pieces of it. And the person you can see laying there is supposed to be the steak. So there we go. We've got a piece of steak laying on the top. So off we go. They aren't the pilot's legs, by the way. That's an optical illusion. He's not laying like that. So down towards the water. Really steady through there. Never really looked at any stage like it was going to be a fast time, did it? Very steady through the chicane, but we've lost the stake. Oh, he's gone. We've lost one of the fellas. He's behind. Look, there he is. There he is. This is becoming very difficult to steer, very difficult to drive. That might be better. I don't think the piece of steak is supposed to be in front of the pilot at this stage. And over the wedge to finish. And the time doesn't matter, 1:10.99. Wow. Anyway, that's why the soapbox looks like it does. A fearsome looking soapbox. This is quite big. It's quite twisty, it can be quick, and because of the steepness, and this one, nice bit of momentum building. That's really good through there from Benny, who's the driver. Moving down then towards these little twisty, turny chicane bits and then the steps. And you've got to survive the steps in terms of not losing too much of the soapbox through there. And in this occasion it is. So this is nice and smooth at this stage from Blue Shark. Now the acceleration. Now the real test. Now the big berm. Sweeping round to the right-hand side. The moment you come off it, you're back to the left, and he's not back to the left at all because he couldn't turn this big soapbox quickly enough with the speed he'd got. Watch this. You've got to go hard left, and he can't quite get there. Who didn't have much further to go. Plops over the finish. 2:10.23. The worry I've got here, after a good performance score, is that these long vehicles that are joined together don't tend to do very well. They were okay through the berm and nice and quick through the car wash. The first test is coming out the tunnel, heading down towards the water feature. Look how fast they are through there, blimey, look at that. Oh, they've wrecked it. What the hell, they couldn't hold on to it. Watch this, look how fast they are through there. The front one takes off, the back one follows it, and there's only one thing that can happen after that. Look at the faces on the crowd. Here we see it again. Look how fast they were there. Wow, how are you supposed to control it through there? God, blimey. No wonder Max Verstappen's not driving the soapbox instead of Taylor. Let's hope that he's learned everything he can in the short space of time to be okay today. The cot is on the way. Nitro babies on the way down. There's the left-hander, and this brings you into the right-hander where you've got to have your concentration. You've got to get the line right through here. And that's exactly what they've done. That's the best we've seen, that tricky corner, taken so far. Well, don't forget, there it is. Lined it up really, really nicely. This looks a good run. This looks a good time. Oh, look at that at the end. That's a really, really smooth run through there. We've seen so many teams have a problem. No problem there. And what about that at the finish? Boom. Got their forklift truck licenses together this year, hence the inspiration for the soapbox. And look at him, he's going backwards. This is the big test. This is the big test. Oh, he just kissed it and stayed all right, stayed up. That is fantastic, magnificent. Backwards. That's how close he came, but he kept it going. You can drive my forklift anytime. What a performance by Vanson. That's astonishing stuff. 40. He should get a prize. Wider at the front, narrow at the back too, if you can see. For the pilot. A lot of speed though, I'll give you that. Samurai Gate. Oh, he's gone! Samurai Gate! Oh, nosedive! The first team that's had a problem through there, it's very uneven. The planks make it difficult. The uneven nature of it makes it difficult. And if you've got the wrong line through there... It's worth it here in Cincinnati today. Off they go, or off he goes. Riding solo there. Through the chicane. Oh, bang, there goes the first bit. Looks pretty happy, the driver, doesn't he? Big smile on his face. There's the ramp. Yep, okay there. Oh, hang on. Oh, he's got a piece of the soapbox underneath. And it stopped it, look. He can't get it moving. Watch this, the front falls off. And then when he thinks he'll be okay, it gets any further. They're not happy either. For the performance, so that didn't really resonate with the judges. Looks quite flimsy, this, places can be a problem, but he's okay at the minute, although he's got to keep his concentration. I'm interested to see what a team like this, with the handlebars where they are, does over the kicker. You don't know where to hold on, do you, I suppose? And he's going to take a fair deal of speed into it.
You wouldn't think, it's not very aerodynamic.
Here it comes. Oh, over we go. That was okay. The back wheels have gone a little bit, but the soapbox is. It's streamlined. It looks like it's aerodynamic. It looks like it's well put together. Haven't been much of a problem today at all, nor has the car wash. This is where it starts to get interesting. And they've got the big kicker and they've got the ramp and they're really quick. Bensham working well. It's strong, it's fast, it's light, it's over the finish line. It's 34.2. Proud of them. Bryce will be proud of what he's achieved here today. Fantastic. Look at this! Oh, haven't seen one of these before. Bravery award goes to TEAMM. Oh, he's gone, look. I'm not surprised. His soapbox is on fire. He's got nowhere to sit. Look at it. It's like a kid's scooter. Here Here's the kicker. I can't wait for it. Oh, look at oh, it's gone.
I think anything was going to happen.
Look at that. My word. I can't believe who thought this was a good idea. Down towards the finish. And now let's see what Sri can do in regard to getting this soapbox from the top to the bottom. Nice by design, nice sturdy axles, not too wide, the wheels nice and small, should be okay. And he's sitting nice and proud. The only concern I've got is the handlebar steering, and that's taken it wide. Oh, he's got real speed now through the snow, coming down towards the kicker. The steps on the other side. Here he comes, bang in the centre. Over he goes. Oh, he's lost it. Lost it straight into the bales. Enough to keep the speed on. Brave enough to go for the middle of the obstacle, but he lands just slightly skew with. Yeah, wobbling there. Around the hairpin they go. Don't go anywhere near the wedge. Leave the wedge alone when you get round the corner. It won't survive the wedge. They've done the sensible thing. Down towards the finish line. Let's have a look at the time. He looks so disappointed, doesn't he, Sri? 109.87. Hill, they quite rightly changed their mind. There's not a great deal of fitted in there over the kicker. We'll wait and see. Down they go, a little bit of a nosedive. Nice and quick now, moving towards berm, which is directly after the 90-degree turn. There we go. Oh, they're out. Well, that's what it's designed to do, but you've got to get the line much better than that. It's a good job. That'll stand them in good stead as a unit. It's turned into more of a trundle look through the water. So BATELIS, the shoe, faced now by the bone rattler, which is the bone rattler with part of the water feature still attached to the finish, and over they go in a time of 1:14.01. With chicks in it attached to a bike. How will it do? Well, it's not started very well, he's gone already. Yeah. The chicks are all over the road. If there are any eggs in there, they'll be smashed as well, won't they? Of a bobsleigh. Juan and Raimundo are the two on board, and Juan is the pilot with those big pram wheels moving down towards the water. This is going to test the strength of this soapbox. Through the water just about. Will the wheels hold up? Hit the whale tail. The wheels won't hold up, of course they won't. We all know those wheels won't hold up, whale tail. That was going to be it for today. Look at that, gone. And don't let anybody tell you that I didn't tell you so. It's a big old box of tricks, this one. It's one of the biggest soapboxes we've seen today. Here we go then, whale tail. Oh, that was good. Well, it was good, but now the combine harvester's dragging on the tarmac at the front. 18 kilometres an hour, which is still faster than some today, despite the fact they've got this resistance. And oh, bang! There's the rest of it gone. Here's the kicker, look. Watch it bang off this. No speed, and then just bang. Soapbox, and we wish this team well on the way down. 38 for the performance. Off and running here in Paris. Through the first obstacle there where they got water. And he's gone through the water. Started to pick up some momentum, started to pick up some speed down towards the tricky part. Around that corner, there's the kicker. He's wobbling now, he's lost it now, he's gone now! Oh, he's taken the cameraman as well, I think. That's the kicker there. If you can avoid that, you can avoid the bouncing. And when it starts to move side to side like that, it's so hard to get it back, and they couldn't do it. There's the cameraman. Look how brave he was, making sure you got to see it up close and personal. Oh, look at that. Look, it's shorter than some that we see over the ramp. Moving towards the berm, and they're going to go high to low. They're going to take the middle of that. Gathering a bit more speed, though, and over safely. And now moving towards the finish line in 34.46. Now, there'll be some... It's the final ramp they had to negotiate at the end. Two wheels are at the front, and that's the steering system. They go quick, and you've got to be nice and intricate and accurate through the chicane when they've got to move it from side to side. The wheels just about strong enough for the ramp at the moment. Now they've got the whale tail over that one. Oh, Oh, that's the oh, the wheels have gone. You saw the wheels shoot off to the side. Here it is, look. Watch the wheels shoot off. They're okay there. Gone. There they go. They will get to the finish line, but that was the potential problem, wasn't it? Down it goes. The wood might crack, but the brakes are good. Let's find out. Oh, he's gone straight away. That's a huge off. He's okay. It's those handlebars. Look at it. You can't steer it. You're going so fast and down towards the bottom, breaking up as it goes. Settling down this course again. Oh, he's lost it on the berm. Yes, he has. Too much speed again on the berm. If the cat gets stuck up the tree, don't call these towards the finish line. They will post a time, 1 minute and 12 seconds with 2. So down goes the 18 wagon with Christian. All of a sudden it becomes the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard. So that's going to impress the judges. It's all about to start with, then the General Lee, and they cross the line pretty quick, doesn't it, with the BA Baracus Mohican. Obviously for the 18-bit. Now it becomes the DeLorean. Around the island it goes. Richie at the front, Christian at the back. It looks a good ride, this, over the bone rattler. This looks as quick as anything we've seen today. Safely over there, never moved a muscle. And from Back to the Future. Fantastic run from the Absolute Radio team. It was quick, it was effective, and we saw 3 vehicles in one. Wellington Wimpy and good old olive oil as well. Here we go then. In today, we'll get the smoke bellowing behind it. Here it is, over the kick. Oh, the wheels went on the kicker. Not travel any further down the course. Look at the wheels, no good. Spinnacher, one of the bigger soapboxes that we've seen today. Not a particularly fast start. Enough momentum to roll up. Bit quicker now. Oh, no, it's going to start to wobble. There it goes, there it goes. Buzz Lightyear bites the dust. You'd think they were going fast enough to crash, would you? But they were. Out they come for the second time. They don't seem to mind at all, do they? Luigi and Super Mario, they're all right. Oh, they've gone again. No. They've navigated that first ramp, which one or two haven't even got that far so far today. Through the disco tunnel with those angled wheels at the front. Let's hope they can hold together all the way down. Nice and big. Here's the bone shaker with the anchor hanging behind the soapbox. Up as much speed as they possibly can. Will they go low? Will they go high? To lose it, but they've got it back again. Here's the long sweeping turn crash corner, and they're really fast through there. Look at the speed of this one. This is a really good run from Anchorman. Over the finish line, the wheels went at the end, but they got there. 1 minute, 0.24. They were inspired to build this while they were all on holiday in India. They saw the Festival of Colours. Oh, it's gone. Chin's being dragged on the floor. It's coasting rather than flying, the kicker. They can't gain any momentum because they're scrubbing all the speed off with the friction at the front. Should be fine round there because there's not enough speed to really trouble them. Thoroughly enjoying the day, though. Everybody is here. Under the posts, finish line. 59 seconds is still very, very good. Because they use them to make quick study models at university. Sammy is the driver. On the wall wheels and the wide axle will have to cope with this ramp, and this is the problem. Over it goes. The cardboard soapbox held it together despite this slight problem post-kicker. Look at it bouncing there. Right line. Really good driving there because they might well have lost it over the kicker. Sammy concentration underneath that helmet and over the finish line in 40.4. It was a good run, not the fastest. To them, they've taken 2 months to build the soapbox. They're really proud of it, and we'll see how it goes here in Johannesburg. Real people through the berm, no problem. Not too fast through there, but nice and steady. He's now only got one person for company because we've lost one through the berm, and he's thoroughly in control at the moment. Through the chicane, just got to make sure he doesn't catch those back wings. He's okay. Cheering him on. Down towards the potholes, that's fine. 40 kilometres an hour, that's the fastest we've seen so far. A little bit of a nosedive on landing, but no problem. Over the kicker and over the finish line, 51.0. Start ramp safely negotiated. Towards the Marquis steps. over the grate and down the other side. A little squeal on exit. Everybody's feeling the tension here today. We're still going strong though. Soapbox number 37 in Lisbon, down the cobbles towards the car wrecking stairs and over there. Oh, not over there. Something's come off the back. Not sure what
it was. Something went through the water and down towards the finish. It's getting slower and slower and slower. Might need a push. Keep going.
And there it is. And 55.62. Now you've got to stop it. So off they go down the ramp where you want to try and get as much speed as you possibly can to take into this Titan twister for the first time. And there's the carpool, and the carpool has tipped it over. Team out. Here we go. This is the problem. They catch the back wheel in the water, and over you go. It's quite narrow you've got to go, which is a three-tier jump. Here it is now. Started to lift off. Thought they were going to infinity. There's the lift, the front end look up in the air, and they do well to keep it down. I thought it might finish altogether. Together by the staples, down towards the finish line, and they make it. Toy Story, 1 minute 25. And the Runaways train is on the way down. Small wheel, bit twitchy through there, look. Okay, though, that's fine. Not chasing. Here we go through the chicane. He's twitching his way through it, look. Pose. Oh, fair bit. The top started to go to finish the run. That's where it started to come apart. All bets are off. Only 20 kilometres an hour. Here's the kicker. There's the top bit. Away Express. Look at the time. 1:11.08. No, Snoqualmie Casino cruises. Can it cruise down this circuit? 5 here in Seattle on Yesler Way. Over the ramp it goes. Okay so far. How long will it be before the money starts? Together. Little bit of a wobble after the ramp and a skid through the hay bales as well. He's destroying that. Round the Casino cruises. And even though he didn't go quite quickly enough through the berm, he was able to keep it smooth, keep the wheels in line, get to the finish in a really good time. On the berm, though, that's okay. Now, can he keep the momentum down this final part of the course? And the first obstacle that they are going to encounter will be the berm. Wave to the crowd. Everybody wants the first obstacle for them, and they sail through there. That was really nicely taken. Not too low, nice and quick. Here's the kicker. Over we go. Oh, it's gone, look, the suspension. Front left as you look at it. Couldn't handle the weight, couldn't handle the speed, and that finishes the run. No doubt about that. They can. That's all they'll manage to do. Here it is. PCO. Whether the handle stays on the receiver, we will wait and see. It's early berm, which may well catch 1 or 2 out. In fact, that one almost went. There's the phone handle anyway. Never been the best kind of design. You can see them there looking really flimsy already. They're going off in different directions. Forget the phone handle. Slightly angled, and they're just starting to go. Are they on one side? This is the double kicker, the bone shaker. Oh, they've gone now, look at that. The wheels that he's got to be concerned about here, and they couldn't handle that double kicker, the bone shaker that destroyed the wheels of the Vachitra boys Soapbox. It's not been an easy course to complete so far, has it, today? Lots of different problems on the way down. It's very tall, this one, the kind of soapbox that when it starts bars, so everything it seems is stacked against them. Add to the fact they've got the single second kicker coming up, and then they've got the chicane, and they're very slow. They can't even get over it. What's happened? The performance. It's a big bowl of spaghetti and chips, and probably the kind of food they got at Granny's house when they went round. Can they get from top to bottom? There's a lot to carry. There's a lot to keep. Let's see how they do the kicker. He's not the fastest, is he? You can tell. Plops over the kick. Big smile on the pilot's face. Here's the chicane. This is probably harder than the kicker. Checking flag wavers at the ready. We've got 107.13, and now they've all gone. The broccoli's gone, the carrots have gone, whatever else is in there. Oh, they've tipped the food all over the finish line. I might not be great. So the race wagon it is, and off they go. They're action sports lovers. And they've built this soapbox for maximum speed. It's narrow, it's aerodynamic, it's fast and it's wobbly, but they're through the bone shaker. Got to be careful, the front end is very twitchy, look, there it is. And he's lost the back end. Could well have been quicker, was built for speed, and that part there, that little spin. But it's very, very twitchy on steering, as you can see. He's struggling to hold it. Far be it from me to advise him. Anyway, down we go again. Let's see what the race wagon can do towards the finish. We've had to put this in because the cobbles were so fast. So we're just trying to make sure the pilots are okay through there. Down we go. Moving towards the big air. Can he get some big air? Well, he's nice and smooth through there, albeit losing the aerofoil off the back. Here's the car wash. Might need a wash, this one, after this run. And now moving down towards the finish. Loads of speed at the end and a spectacular stop. At 105.16 is what cost this team so dear. Spectacular shots over the cobble. Looking for some crowd inspiration at the start. 23 for the performance, and off they go. Team Asphalt Killer. Looking for someone to really take a strong hold of this competition. That was big air over the kicker. That's as good as we've seen over there. And over the water too. A little bit bouncy, but the pilot there, ADRIAANTJE, managing to keep it going. Here we go through the chicane. Oh, up on two wheels through there and then over on the other side. That's the one part of this course here in Lausanne where you've got to get on the brakes, because there's too much speed built up at the top of the course to take into that chicane. The successful teams here today will get that bit right. Over the bone shaker, no problem there with the Swiss chocolate, and down towards the finish line, but it's that spill that's cost them 118.46 and another one for fun at the end. There's the big bounce over the water. Really took off after that second bounce, and that's where it went wrong through the chicane. And wrong again at the finish, let's not forget. Ramp in all its glory, ready for our yellow street tour. Will they make it all the way to the finish in one piece? It's a classic Soapbox, and the wide axle in the suspension. And the back bit's gone. And the rest of it is still going. There's the rest of it, oh my word. Lands down with a bump and down towards the finish once they can get it. It's amazing there's still so much of it left. Through the chicane, down towards the seesaw. That could have been so good, couldn't it? Sao Paulo, very, very generous. It's a lovely design Soapbox, this. Whether it lasts wobbly already, I'm not sure this is going to be the easiest to handle, you know. Over the ramp, not sure how much pizza they've got left at the end, but they're down there in one piece. Here's the kicker, hold on for the kicker. Oh, they're fine, he's still on. No problem through there. I think he's just wisely scrubbed a bit of speed off, though, to make sure they can get it through. Hopefully hand a bit of pizza out. Well, they've managed to do it. Good time as well, 36.08. Well, that's what this team are going to try and do. And it can't be comfortable in that small Soapbox. They're both over 6 feet tall. So let's see how the combination of driver and braker actually works here in Brussels. No need for the brakes yet, although those wheels don't look great at the front, do they? The cobbles, the Belgian cobbles. So far, the combination doing okay. Still doing okay. Oh, just lost it a bit there. Every time they hit a bump, one of those wheels tends to buckle underneath and then come back out again. Oh, big air's cost them. Too much waving. Look, he's celebrating there. He's gone straight into the barriers. He's supposed to. Off we go again. That battery's gone a bit flat. Here's the car wash. Plenty of foam in there again because they've taken so long. Can they get through? What will they look like on the other side? Look at all the foam. There we go. There we go. Didn't see the bail, did he? Too much waving again. He's like a presidential candidate, waving to everybody. There's the finish. So much better. There's the wave. And then coming up is the crash. Oh, hang on. There we go, look. One hand on the steering wheel, my friend, is not enough in Brussels. Spectacularly, but that's not what they want to do. They want to set a time. 23 for the performance. And off goes the gigantic roller skate. Here we are towards the kicker. And we are over there. It's good on the eye, this one, isn't it? They put a lot of work into this. It's probably just as treacherous trying to skate down behind it. Through the water. Was the skater going apex over apex behind them. Now we move down towards the chicane, which will pose a problem. This is a very big soapbox, one of the biggest ones we've seen today. Here's the chicane. That's okay. Now the bone shaker. Trying to build up some speed into this one. 1, 2, 3. They're okay there. Heading down towards the finish. They've got the wedge to do the piece of Swiss cheese. They're over the line, 55.64.